Chapter 13. For Yunshen. Ihave kidney deficiency. The incident with Jiang Moyun was a warning from the past. The only thing to be thankful for was that not everyone knew about it, and neither Jiang Moyun nor Ying Luya made a fuss. Otherwise, it's hard to say how the other three wealthy families and the smaller clans of Shanghai City might have sneered behind their backs. Ever since the true daughter was brought back home, the Ying family has never had peace. Zhong Manhua's expression turned cold. That's true. Had you not mentioned it, I would have forgotten. Let's have Chenzhou stay at the Zhong family shoes instead. She absolutely would not allow such an incident to happen again, tarnishing the Ying family's reputation. There would be no place for her to save face. It seemed she needed to hire a few more tutors to teach Ying Zijin the proper manners and the tea ceremony and flower arranging that the daughters of wealth and nobility should know. Zhong Manhua began to make calls to the Zhong family. Millimeters. Yes, Chenzhou will be staying with you. Third brother, Shiwan, is the same age as him, so they can take care of each other. Seeing that Zhong Manhua had changed her mind, the butler, finally relieved, went upstairs to call someone. In the bedroom on the third floor, the girl was sound asleep in bed, her sleeping position anything but steady, curled up and wrapped in a blanket like a pufferfish. Aparov's slender legs were half exposed to the air, her skin as white as cold porcelain under the sunlight shining through the window. Suddenly, ding-dong, ding-dong, ding-dong. The phone under the pillow started ringing frantically, vibrating non-stop. Ying Zijin pressed her head, feeling somewhat irritated. She opened her eyes, turned over, took out her phone, and opened an app called Weibo. It took dozens of seconds to load, and the inbox was filled with red dots. The girl looked down, her cold eyes showing signs of impatience. At the very top of the Weibo homepage was a post that Ying Luya had just made at 11:30, tagging her in it. Within just a few minutes, it had been shared thousands of times. At Ying Luya, thank you everyone for your concern heart. I have recovered now. I came here specially to give everyone an update. I owe a lot to at Ying Zijin this time, so I am to say sorry to Xiao Jin here. Your auntie was too careless and hurt herself, and then you had to give so much blood for your auntie. If you blame your auntie, I can understand, but I just hope that you won't run off in HUF next time. Everyone is really worried about you. Ying Luya is a famous pianist from a Chui country, beautiful in appearance, with a noble status and from a prestigious family. She also has a fiancé who dotes on and loves her, well matched in social status. Moreover, she is personable, so she is quite popular online with over 40 million followers, even more popular than some second-tier celebrities. After this Weibo post was released, the topic #YingLuWei recovered quickly climbed to the hot search list and was still rapidly rising. Every comment under the Weibo post was from fans offering encouragement and comfort. Sister, rest well. We are all still waiting for your concert. Our Luai is truly kind-hearted and beautiful. She even comforts the child when she's hurt. Luai is just like a little fairy. Every time I listen to Luai play piano music, no matter how upset I feel, I can calm down. Ying Zijin was uninterested in all this. She glanced over it, ready to uninstall Weibo and go back to sleep. But before she could exit, her phone ding-donged with another series of sounds. It was from the private message inbox, from messages by people she hadn't followed. Why did you run? Luba was so worried about you. Just let her rest easy. Why blame Luba? She's your aunt. Isn't donating blood the right thing to do? All were accusations, each more unpleasant than the last. Ying Zijin held her head, expressionless as she blocked one account after another and submitted them for reporting. It wasn't that these comments had truly enraged her, but rather that she was very grumpy upon waking up. It had been hard enough to get some sleep, yet it hadn't been peaceful. Without a second's delay, her phone rang again, this time with gentle and soothing music. She glanced at the name and answered. On the other end was a man's low voice, tinged with a hint of laughter. It was as if the allure of the jade and agarwood from last night still lingered in her ears. Little one, are you awake? The girl's eyes gradually lost their fierceness as she threw off the blanket and got out of bed. Just woke up. She didn't throw a tantrum, on the contrary, she was quite docile. Fu Yunshen's voice rose at the end. What were you up to yesterday? Your voice sounds like a newborn kitten's. Didn't sleep or wink all night. Ying Zijin thought for a moment. Not exactly. I went to sleep at 4. She had simply been researching new technologies of the 21st century and happened to come across something called a web series, which she watched for 3 hours. The plot was rather melodramatic, but quite entertaining nonetheless. She had found a pastime for her retirement. From 11 at night to 1 in the morning is when the liver detoxifies. Yunshen's voice drew out. Staying up late will make you ugly and even cause hair loss. Ying Zijin yawned, not really caring. I have thick hair, naturally beautiful. The person on the other end paused briefly, then laughed even harder. All right, little one. You are naturally beautiful. Yunshen finally stopped laughing and sighed. Unlike this old man here, even losing a bit of sleep makes my back and waist ache. The girl spoke languidly. That sounds like kidney deficiency. Hearing this, Yunshen suddenly laughed, his tone rising. My kidneys are deficient. Ying Zijin, biting a hair tie, raised her empty left hand and grasped her hair. If you don't mind, I can concoct a pill to treat it for you. Her original medicine furnace was also in her zone. Now she had to make a new one by herself. He had helped her a lot. She could give him some medicine as a gift. Oh, Yunshen was intrigued. Little one, you're so capable. In addition to fortune telling, you also know ancient medicine? Are you from the Ihave sect? Not going to use the 9-yin white bone claw on me someday, are you? Ying Zijin was slightly silent. What's the 9-yin white bone claw? Have you seen the Heaven Sword and Dragon Saber? He asked lazily. It's a police martial art from the story. The girl tied her hair and put on another piece of outerwear. Haven't seen it. ISIT very powerful. Yunshen pondered for a moment and laughed. Powerful enough to shatter a person's skull with one palm. More ruthless than you, little one. Ying Zijin's expression remained calm, with no ripples. That does sound quite powerful. Watch less of those dramas. They're all fake, Yunshen said, treating her as a child, not minding much and continuing. As for that trending topic, don't bother with it, I'll take care of it. Ying Zijin arched an eyebrow slightly. Trending topic. She took the phone away from her ear, opened Weibo again, and looked at the trending topics list. She was always quick to learn new things. Besides the first trending topic #Ying Lua recovers, there was another topic climbing from the bottom end up the trending list, quickly hitting the hot search charts. #Ying family's foster daughter. Ungrateful.